up, my fellow brothers and sisters? We're back with a series that we haven't done in a month, but I was thinking about coming back to. We're going to be reacting scary animation, three scary animation. This first animation is by Horse Shorts Party, 3 Obsession True Stories animated. Please do not copyright me. I'll leave everything in the description. Please, Horse Shorts Party.
I always thought getting married would be the end of relationship drama, but it was only the beginning. My wife and I, we've been having it rough for years now. We used to be the quintessential lovebird.
Why are you dating her? Like,
The couple in
everybody has their type, but like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Do you not see her teeth, man?
our friend group that were so in love and constantly horny for each other that it was absolutely nauseating to everyone else. Man, those were the days. Tragically, the relentless march of time came for us as it comes for us all. It changed us, corrupted us, made us ugly shadows of our younger selves. I lost my hair and my stamina. I became distant and callous. I admit that. My wife, on the other hand, got wrinkly and fat. But whereas I must deal with the crushing reality of being repulsive and unwanted because she's a woman, she still gets all the male attention she desires. She just doesn't care to get it from me. Recently, it's become clear that neither of us want to remain in this relationship as it stands now, but neither of us are willing to leave. I want to stay in the hope that perhaps go back to the way things used to be. My wife wants to stay with me so she can keep siphoning my income. That, or she finds cheating on me makes it even more fun to sleep with strangers. Whatever the case may be, most days sound exactly the same.
Hey, wait a second. Where are you going?
Out? What do you care?
We're married. Just be honest.
Huh? Doesn't feel like we're married.
What? Why would you say that? You're gonna take your ring off the second you walk out that door. You're gonna see him again, aren't you?
Maybe things would be different if you didn't scream in my face all the time. Just let me live my life.
Bitch! Damn it! Mother...
Can we take a second to look at this man gut? Look at his gut. Why do it look like you're pregnant?
Over the years, I tried everything to get her to come back to me, as each and every single attempt failed again and
She's done so, gang.
again. I became increasingly desperate to the point of delusion, maybe even insanity. One day, I heard about these spells, these things that make wishes come true. Not a wishbone or a genie, something I had never heard of before, the one wish willow. All the testimonials I read were in agreement. These things were the real deal. They got people their dream job, cured terminal illnesses, and most importantly, there were no rules or limitations against controlling the free will of others. I bought 3 of them. As soon as they came, I broke the first one, wishing that my wife would love me again. I expected her to come home almost immediately, leaving her newest fling to be with me. And that night, and when I tried to speak to her, she ignored me, thinking I must have worded it wrong or something. I tried another one that night after she fell asleep, making sure to be very specific. I waited until she woke up to see if anything about her had changed. She got ready and left without speaking to me. She had been home for a matter of hours, awake for merely a few minutes, and already she was going back to cheat on me again. Of course, the stupid things didn't work. What the hell was I thinking? I was just going to wish my wife back with some magic spell.
You wasted $20.
I never believed in any of that garbage, and I still had one left, so I could just prove that they were a big crock of shit.
I wish Nikki came back through that door and never left me again.
Well, bye. Good night. See you again tomorrow. What? Don't worry about him. Guess he finally got tired of waiting for sloppy seconds. What the hell? Bear? Are you up? I think the power's off. Ugh. useless. Do you forget to pay the light bill or something? Bear! Ugh. Bear, get up! Enough already! I'm not playing your stupid game! Ow! God damn it! Can't see shit in here! What the hell? Bear, there better be a damn good reason for this. Oh my god! Stop! What's wrong with you? Bear, stop! You need to get out of here right now or I'll...
He just pissed on himself. There you go. Don't ever use a one-wish willow. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the wish got reversed back to him because he did it so many times.
Oh my god! Bear? Are you, like, alright?
No, he's not.
Come on, say something. I think you need help. I know things have been rough, but I can help you, okay?
Oh,
Go,
shit.
Bear! Put the knife down, please! Put it down! I'm sorry for everything, but just please don't do this! Please! Ah!
This obsession story was based on the 2021 Larry Millette case. Larry Millette was charged with the murder of his wife, Maya Millette, in California. Court testimonials revealed that Larry became obsessively consumed with hiring online spellcasters. He sent dozens of daily messages, desperately buying obsession spells to force his wife to stay and physically attract her back to him. When the rituals failed to control her, he disappeared. Maya's body has never been recovered. Larry has since maintained his innocence.
Hell! That don't even make no sense. Alright, y'all, this next video is by IMR Scary Tales. Make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll leave everything in the description.
It had to be the worst thunderstorm Seattle's ever seen. I was scooting home from work when the rain started dumping so hard I literally couldn't see the road. The streets were getting totally flooded with water rushing past my tires, and there was lightning flashes everywhere in every...
That is a safety hazard. Why would you leave out while it's raining? I would have waited till it was done raining. I don't care. Like, my life is not... I'm not,
5 seconds. My apartment was only about a 15-minute drive away, and I was so desperate to get there that I didn't pull over until I literally couldn't see more than 10 feet in front of me. I started looking around for shelter, and my eyes caught the glowing domino sign. I drove into the parking lot. Pulling over, I hopped off my scooter and ran for the door. By the time I reached it, I was totally...
Hold on. No.
I anyway pushed it open and stepped in, expecting other people who'd sought shelter or were simply there to hang. But the place was totally empty, without even a worker behind the counter. The lights kept flickering on and off, buzzing away. Plus, there was this overwhelming metallic smell, like iron, that made my...
To be honest, though, it makes sense, though, because, like, if there's a storm outside where it's raining really bad, I don't think a Domino's is going to be just handing out pizzas, you know.
My stomach clenched.
Hello?
My voice echoed in the empty space, mingled with the sound of rain pounding against the windows and thunder. I waited for someone to appear before I called out again. After 5 minutes of no answer, I was seriously about to turn around, head back out into the rain, and find another spot, when my ears caught a faint sound of footsteps coming from the...
Oh, no, Turn around. Just turn around.
A minute later, this chubby guy with blonde hair and a bushy beard emerged...
What blonde hair?
Through the swinging door. He looked to be in his mid-40s and was wearing a domino...
And he had a saggy chin. Why is his chin like that?
...his uniform, but it looked too tight for him. The shirt was wrinkled and stained. His hands were shaking, and his eyes were darting around, looking at everything and nothing all at once. He eyed me toe and back, and flashed a polite smile. Can I help you?
Yeah.
Look, this is what he was thinking. Let's go back, hold on. Another pretty girl.
Can I get a small pepperoni pizza and wait till the storm's over?
I was trying to act normal and ignore the feeling in my gut that something fishy was going down there. He nodded, jotting something down on his pad.
You finna be on the pepperoni pizza.
But when he turned around, I couldn't help but notice the dark, wet, fresh-looking stains all over his sleeves and arms.
That ain't pizza sauce mud.
As he started walking away, that metallic smell got way stronger. My pulse quickened as I watched him disappear into the kitchen. Sounds of metal scraping and water running filled the air, but I honestly couldn't move. I forced myself to take a step closer to the counter.
No!
Tried to sneak
What are you doing?
Figure out what that smell was and what those gross stains were from. What caught my eye nearly knocked my breath away. On the prep table were butchered
I would've been sorry, I don't need my pizza anymore. I would've.
remains of a human. I could tell immediately because it was unmistakably a severed hand with fingers still intact. Strips of flesh were laid out on cutting boards. Blood was pooling across the steel surface and running into the drains. The smell hit me full force. I gagged and stumbled back, covering my mouth with my palms. I was really trying to be quiet, but wasn't enough, because the man turned and grinned, holding eye contact. He held out the cutter, covered in flesh and fresh blood, and didn't say anything. My heart started hammering in my chest. I slowly started backing away. I had to improvise. Orders can't stop, he said, like it made any sense at all. My mind was racing. I needed to get out, but I couldn't show panic or let him know I understood what I was seeing. I forced a shaky smile.
I just remembered. I forgot my wallet on my scooter. I'll be right back.
I started backing toward the door slowly.
He finna chase her.
He watched me, but he didn't move. He kept holding the bloody cutter out. Oh, you sure?
Man, stop looking at me! That's all he would've saw. I'm telling you. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure.
His head tilted slightly, like he was analyzing me, trying to decide whether I was worth the trouble or not.
Yeah, just 1 second.
I nodded frantically and kept backing up.
He would've thought I was Usain Bolt in the 2008 J-Bing Olympics, bro. I'm telling you.
My hand reached behind me and found the door handle. He hesitated for a second before I yanked the door open and sprinted into the rain. He was chasing me with
Oh!
Hello there.
No.
Got on my scooter and fumbled with my keys. My hands were shaking.
I hate people that do this. Just put the key in there.
He grabbed my arm
and hey, I do boxing. His jaw would have been.
a blade grazed my skin. I screamed and pulled away.
Well, you have no self-awareness. How do you even let him get that close? I would have got up.
I slipped on the rainwater and fell, but scrambled right back up. Got
Oh
on
my
scooter
God.
And turned the key. The engine sputtered.
Come on.
I mumbled, tapping
Bro, if he was really in that mode, she would have been dead. I ain't gonna lie.
my foot impatiently. He was reaching for me with the cutter raised. The engine roared. I twisted the
Run him over.
and shot forward. He stumbled back. I looked in the mirror. He was standing in the doorway, watching me disappear into the storm. I drove straight to the police station and ran inside, soaking wet, with blood running down my arm and shaking. They wrapped me in a blanket, sat me down and asked what happened. I tried to explain, but the words wouldn't come out right. I kept seeing that hand and those strips of flesh and the blood. Hours later, I was still there and wrapped in a blanket, shaking. They'd sent officers to check.
Let me guess. They ain't gonna find nothing. Let me guess.
Thing with my voice breaking.
There were certain people as
The officers came back, looking annoyed. They said they had looked around the whole premises and found it bolted. The store was closed hours ago due to the storm. They found a slight amount of blood on the floor, likely from the cook who cut himself while cooking.
Bro. Are we dead ass? Why would he cut himself while he's cooking?
And the kitchen
So if you cut yourself, why are you still cooking?
was messy, but the meat they found on the prep table was all pork. They sent me home, thinking the storm had
Oh
my
my
senses,
gosh,
but I knew
bro.
what I encountered and escaped.
So
I stopped
stupid
eating
ass
pizza
thing.
after that night. I can't even look at a Domino's without feeling sick and smelling that metallic smell. His face still lingers in my vision, and when I close my eyes, I still hear his voice asking me to place my order.
There is no way. There's no way. I'm lost for words.
I was 31 and had almost 10 years of experience delivering stuff.
He's been delivering since he was 21.
Pizza was part of that. I'll admit it. It ain't the best job out there, but it helped me keep staying in Sacramento instead of moving to my countryside house, where I'd be stuck cleaning horse manure for pocket change and wondering how to keep the lights on. It was just a regular Thursday evening, and the weather was getting a little rough outside. I was so ready to clock out, head home, and grab a beer, when a last-minute order suddenly popped up on the screen. They wanted a simple cheese pizza, Coke, and some fries, and lived about a 10-minute drive away. I thought about just ignoring it and going home, but then I remembered...
Domino's too, fries? Am I tweaking? I gotta be tweaking.
...the tip, so I ended up grabbing the order and getting in my car. Outside, it had just started drizzling. I turned on some music and kept driving until the GPS announced my arrival. It was a standard two-story house in the suburbs. The lights were on and there was a car in the driveway. I grabbed the pizza, walked up to the front door, rang the doorbell, and waited, tapping my foot and whistling some random Britney Spears. After about 5 long minutes later, a woman in her 20s with red hair answered. She checked me out through the screen door, blinking.
Does everybody look crazy? Like
she was totally confused and freaked out all at once. "Domino's," I said, holding up the box.
You got the wrong address.
I'm sorry?
Wrong address. I didn't order
bro, if you don't take this pizza, crooked pizza.
anything.
I frowned and checked the receipt. "Well, this is the address on the order. Are you sure nobody else here ordered it?" I said, pointing at the address.
I'm the only one here, and I didn't order anything.
I was starting to get annoyed.
I'm not gonna lie, I would have taken home with me. I would have been like, hey, it's going home with me. You don't gotta have a pizza.
Happens sometimes with people who claim they didn't order, trying to scam a free pizza. They think it's hilarious to waste a delivery guy's time. Was she one of those jerks? Look, ma'am, someone at this address placed an order.
I told you I didn't order this.
Her voice was defensive. Well, either you're lying or someone else here did it.
There's nobody else here.
But her eyes flickered for a second, like she wasn't sure. I turned to leave and had almost walked out when she whispered,
Wait.
I stopped. She was in the doorway with arms wrapped around herself.
I felt for days like I'm not alone here. Like someone's watching me. I hear footsteps upstairs, but when I go up, there's nobody.
She looked at me with desperate eyes.
Can you check? Please? Just look upstairs.
Every alarm.
This is about to be a plot twist. Bro, no. You're a grown woman. That's what I would have told her.
Went off. This felt like a setup in one of those documentaries. Ma'am, if you think someone's in your house, call 911. Not a pizza guy.
Please? I just need someone to look.
Well, then call the police. I'm not going in there. I said,
Smart.
turned around,
Smart.
got into my car, and started the engine. But I still had this super eerie feeling. Did she seriously need help? Was I being a total selfish jerk? I glanced in my rearview mirror and caught a faint shadow. I immediately snapped my head back, and sure enough, a figure was standing absolutely still in the upstairs window, peering at the street. My stomach dropped, and my palms turned sweaty. She said she was alone, but someone was upstairs and watching us. I grabbed my phone and called 911. Hey, my name's Simon, a Domino's delivery driver. Look, this woman says she's alone, but someone's in the upstairs window. I think someone broke in. I gave them the address. The operator said officers were on their way. The woman was still in the doorway. I wanted to warn her, but the figure was still there. I didn't want her to panic and end up hurt. So I stayed in my car with the engine running and waiting. Sirens came minutes later. 2 patrol cars pulled over. Officers got out, and I explained what I'd seen. They approached the house and went inside. After 20 minutes, they came back out. One officer walked to my car. "You can go. We've got it from here." "Is she okay?" He didn't answer right away. "We'll be in touch if we need a statement." I nodded and drove
That's not
home,
good.
but I kept tossing in my bed the whole night. I couldn't stop thinking about that figure and the young woman. The next morning, 2 officers showed up at my apartment and asked me to come down to the station and answer some questions. I went and sat in a small room. They asked me to describe everything I saw and everything the woman said. I told them. When I finished, I asked the question that had been eating at me all night. "Is the woman okay? Is she safe?" One officer looked at the other, and then back at me. "She's not the homeowner, Mr. Simon." My blood went cold. "What?" "The real owner was found mutilated upstairs in the bedroom, dead for at least 3 days based on decomposition." I couldn't breathe or process what he was saying. "The woman you delivered to had been living in the house since she killed him. We're still piecing together how she got in and why she stayed. But the strangest part is, he pulled out an evidence bag with a phone inside. The victim's phone placed the pizza order, not hers." "That's impossible." "She swears she never touched his phone, but the order was placed at 11:03 p.m. from his phone, from upstairs." I felt sick. The officer told me the woman kept saying the same thing over and over, claiming that the dead man would not stay dead. She said it was why she called for help and why she asked me to check upstairs, because she could hear him moving around up there. The officers thought the woman had lost her mind, and that the crime of heat often led to such delusions. They wouldn't understand what she meant when she said, "I do."
That's crazy. All I got for you guys today. Hope y'all enjoyed this episode. This is like the 3rd episode, I think. Yeah, about the 3rd episode. It was fun to watch these videos. The last episode was kind of weird though, I'm not gonna lie, and none of it made any sense. But I got some editing to do, and see y'all in the next video.